Hidden away in the darkest depths of Liverpool's World Museum lies a room rarely seen by the public. This room holds a collection of 1 million immaculately preserved insects. The curator of invertebrates, Guy Knight, has been developing and managing this collection for 10 years.
The collections were started in 1855 by the 13th Earl of Derby. Unfortunately, we don't know too much about how many insects we had at that time. During the Second World War, a lot of what we had at the museum was evacuated, but the insects were one of the few collections that remained in the building. And during the May Blitz of 1941, the museum was hit directly by an incendiary bomb which destroyed all of the insect collections we had. With help from a really dedicated team of volunteers, we've been rebuilding our collections ever since, and we're now one of the largest insect collections in the UK. We're lucky enough to have a few quite old historic collections here as well. This is a collection of about 5,000 beetles, which was made by a man called Frederick Chevrier, a Swiss entomologist. It came to Liverpool with the Royal Institution in 1849. And then after that, we don't really know much about what happened to it. It was really considered a lost collection until Bootle Museum in North Liverpool realised the cabinet they'd been using as a plinth was full of beetles, and even better, that was completely untouched since the time Frederick Chevrier had made the collections, and still accompanied by his complete notes.
Most of the insects are British, but the collection also contains thousands of unusual specimens from all over the world. Dr. Ian Wallace is an avid enthusiast.
Here at World Museum, we've got about 1 million insects. Colourful, shiny, strange. You name it, we've got an insect to meet your expectations. For example, in this drawer here, we have the moth with the largest wingspan in the world. It's 26 centimetres across. And one of the other interesting features about it is that because moths rest with their wings flat, then the top part is camouflaged, whereas the underside is surprisingly brightly coloured. Beetles are the most successful insect group in the world. There are 335,000 different species, 4,000 species in Britain alone. But the largest beetle of all is from Central Africa, and it's called the Goliath beetle, and it has a lovely Latin name, Goliathus giganteus. Isn't that marvellous? And as a beetle, it's quite harmless, but if you did do something silly like put your finger in its jaws, it can snap a matchstick.
Pinning insects is a tricky job. It takes experienced and nimble fingers to prepare the specimens.
When I retired, it gave me a new career, in effect. And I've been coming in here, 23 years now. I thoroughly enjoyed it, yeah. If stored correctly, hard-bodied insects will last for hundreds of years. They've all got to be pinned in it so that the identification features can be seen. If you can't see those features, very often you can't identify them. It does take a lot of concentration and manual dexterity to actually manoeuvre the insect parts. I mean, I can probably get through, actually pinning a set, I can probably get through about 100 to 150 specimens a day.
Creating and maintaining collections like these is vital to our understanding of the most diverse and successful animal groups in the world. So, if you would like to gaze at these weird and wonderful creatures, then find your way down the dark passages to the secret room of the World Museum.